Hello guys, welcome to Urban Design on City Skylines with me, Priest. Now this is a quick little video because you guys have been asking me exactly what mods I have been running with my city that I've been building, which is Santarcangelo, if you have been following the series, that is. So in this little video I will just quickly show you exactly what I am using to build Santarcangelo. I won't go into depth with all the assets, as you can see, if you just have a quick look at the little arrow button or the little slider over here is really small, because if we go down and if we keep scrolling down, the list just goes on and on forever. It's just a really big list of just assets that I've actually added just to make more variance in the game, so that there's a lot more different type of buildings, unique buildings, and just growable buildings as well, allowed to grow inside the city. It makes the city, I think, look a little bit more realistic, so I'm trying to find a way to share all this with you, and I think I'm just going to do it through the workshop or somehow. I'm not sure yet, because I'm not pretty new to the whole sharing thing on the workshop, so I'm still going to have to figure out how to do all the sharing of all these mods that I've currently downloaded and that I am using. I think I am missing a few dependencies to some of these mods, like the cargo containers still. I haven't got around to being able to do that just yet, but hopefully soon enough I will. Rightio, so the mods, so I'm going to just go into the mods tab. So first of all, as of episode 1 that I mentioned, I'm playing the game on hard mode because I like to challenge myself. I know that I can always make the city profitable, but in any pretty much city building game, but I wanted to really test myself with City Skylines as well, and hence why hard mode was turned on. In future series, when I start working on other cities, I may turn that off and just work with unlimited money and unlock all progression as well, just so that I can work a little bit more on the design aspect. I know I try and implement as much design into my city as much as possible, having good thoughts and ideas, and trying to establish a realistic looking city, especially with Santarcangelo. But hopefully not being limited by money, I will be able to maybe even do a better job. But I usually don't like having unlimited money, because I tend to go a little bit more crazy and think of even more stupid ideas to do, and then I really start making things look unrealistic, from past experience of myself visually seeing the way I play. Hence why I like to limit myself financially as well, to keep things a little bit more under budget. So yeah, that was the reason for playing on hard mode as well. Okay, so I've got unlimited money turned off, unlock all turned off, area enabler. So this is what enables you to unlock all the tiles, all 25 tiles in your map. So if you've got a nice beautiful map, you can unlock all 25 tiles. So that's what that mod is. Pedestrian crossing. So this is, you may have seen throughout my city building of Santarcangelo, I like to add pedestrian crossings, and so this is a little mod which just adds a crossing on a segment of road, so your pedestrians can cross. And essentially, yeah, it's very simple. You go into your road tool, and just underneath where you've got, I think, your straight tool, your curve tool, your freeform tool, you get a little pedestrian crossing icon, and that's what you press, and then you press on the street, and you'll be able to just create little pedestrian crossings. Curbs no despawn. Vehicles won't despawn. This is the mod that I'm using for vehicles not to despawn. So if they get stuck in traffic, they'll actually stay in traffic for a lot longer, and pretty much just try and force their way through the traffic, wait it out. However, if vehicles do get into a position where they're completely stuck and no way of being able to exit from a specific area, say if you were there was a vehicle on a certain road which you deleted both exits, it would essentially despawn and respawn somewhere on the border of the map, and then initialize its way back into the city. This is something that I wanted to play with to make things even harder for myself, so that I can create a real life simulation, almost like a real living city with real traffic problems and trying to cope with it, and which I think with Santarcangelo I've been able to do quite well. Traffic Manager. I don't really use this much. The only thing that I use this for is pretty much just a little bit for little things like adding or modifying change lanes. That's pretty much all I do, and for removing of traffic lights on certain intersections. But other than that, that's all I use Traffic Manager for. City Vitals is just that little quick and unique screen on the bottom left hand side that I use, which just keeps a glance of everything that is important to your city, say like your education levels, your health levels, your electricity levels, your water levels, etc, etc. So yeah, so you don't have to keep going through all the little buttons to find out what the status of your every resource that you have is going. Road color changes. So normally, if you may remember from the beginning of the series, I was just using the stock standard roads, which are slightly a more used grey color, as if the roads have been paved for quite some time. So what the road color change did was make the color of the roads a lot darker, a lot blacker, as if it was fresh asphalt laid. And it just provides more contrast between the buildings and the streets. So I really like that, and I hope you guys have liked that change that I've implemented, which was quite a while back now. The extended public transport UI. This is something that I really love, and would definitely recommend for everyone to. Well, it's essential for everyone to get if they're adding like public transport PT into their city. It just gives you a whole lot more information on every single line that you have operating, and it just makes your life just so much easier to be able to select the specific lines that you want as well, and a few other features from the top of my head, and none are popping in. But yeah, it just makes your life so much easier. I take it for granted that this mod is actually a mod. I just really hope that the guys at Colossal Order can really add this as a part of the game. That would be absolutely tremendous, so that essentially the less mods that we use will be the better for us, because they can probably create these mods or this mod to be implemented directly through the game, and hopefully even potentially in that way we can end up having less resources being used on this in terms of the computer specifications. Infinite oil and ore. This is something that is very good. For me, for some reason, it didn't work the way I thought it would. Essentially what this is once you start working with oil and ore and you start placing the specialized industries in the areas, they'll start sucking out the resources out of the ground, and eventually you'll have none left. And I did that without running this mod, and then I installed the mod and the resources never came back. So I don't know, some people have said that the resources came back to that area, but they haven't for me. So if you're going to run an oil or ore field to export or to use in your local area or in your city, I definitely recommend you using this before you actually start zoning those areas. That way you will never run out. Those zones on your map that have been designated with oil and ore will always stay full, so you'll never run out of resources, because the resources do tend to run out pretty quickly. So keep in mind that Infinite Oil and Ore is definitely a great mod if you don't want to be importing all your goods after you've diminished all your resources. Tree Unlimiter is fantastic if you're looking to build across all 25 tiles and you like to make your cities look beautiful. This is definitely the mod for you. Tree Unlimiter pretty much increases the limit of how many trees you can place in your city. I think the standard game allows you about 265,000 from the top of my head. This, I don't know the exact numbers, I haven't been reading up on it, but let's just quickly press options. What's this? Verbose logging, I have no idea what that is, but okay. Apparently it adds closer to like the 1 million range if not more. So yeah, that's definitely something that I'm very happy to be using, because otherwise, what are we up to? Episode 53, I believe now, and we would not be able to place any more trees into the city because, excuse me, because we would have already been capped by the 250,000 or 260,000 limit. Traffic Plus Plus I have installed, but I have it switched off because I don't use it. I just really don't like it. I'm managing to, as you guys have seen through the Santarcangelo city, I'm managing to direct traffic and manage traffic without the addition of Traffic Plus Plus. So for some people, I know you guys really love it, and it has some, I must admit, it does have some really cool features, but I'm very happy to live without Traffic Plus Plus because I just, yeah, I don't like to use as modifications to something that is so essential to the game, base game, and that is the road networks. Essentially, if you don't have a good road network in your city will end up struggling to further grow. And I want to make sure that the really important part of your city is vanilla, like untouched, unmodded, so that just in case if this mod does break, my whole city won't break because of crazy traffic issues. So that's why I'm not touching Traffic Plus Plus. I did give it a go, but no, it's not for me. More of a purist in that respect. Extended building information just gives you extra information about every single building in your city, about their development and what resources or what their requirements are in order to upgrade, why they're happy, why are they not happy, and so on and so forth. Automatic bulldoze is quite self-explanatory. The game automatically bulldozes any burnt and abandoned buildings, so you don't have to go around looking for buildings and destroy them, because they do end up making land value around them go down. So that does it automatically for you within, I think, 30 seconds. It just removes the buildings, so that's all good. Precision engineering, this is very good. It gives you a lot of good little angle snapping tools, so especially when building highways. I know I haven't been showing it much, but in the coming series, or just the little tips and tutorials I've got coming up on highway building, I'll definitely be trying to show this off of precision engineering. It's definitely something that really helps. It also allows you to show how far in distance you're building your roads, so in units. So you might see that I might be always saying 180 degree angle or 12 units long. So this is all from precision engineering, so that's definitely a very good mod to have. Now, the last episode that I actually did was improved public transport. This gives you complete control of your public transportation. How many buses on a specific route, how many metros on a specific route, what kind of trains or what kind of buses are being used, if you've got mods running. And this is something that I had on just by accident, and I removed it because I don't want that sort of control. I'd rather have just the basic control of the budget. If I need more resources to be put into my PT, then I'll just increase the budget. I don't want to be modifying and changing and modifying every single public transport line, because eventually, on a scale of a map that has 25 tiles, and if you're implementing a full public transport system, it just gets completely overwhelming. So I'd rather just leave that for the game. The game knows what is the best amount of vehicles to use on certain public transport lines, and I'm very happy to stick with that. So yeah, that's something I'm leaving alone for the time being. Terraforming Tool. This just lets you terraform pretty much like in the map creator or map editor. So just you can do that in game. Obviously though, if you're playing with finances on, it will take and diminish your finances quite quickly, so you must be careful. If you're playing on unlimited, by all means go ahead and go crazy, because you won't be affected by any financial losses by that. Larger footprint. There are a couple of buildings that require this add-on, and that just allows them to have a much larger base. And one of those options will be, one of those buildings will be coming up soon in the next couple of episodes, I think, when I'm going to be trying to place the Melbourne Cricket Ground into our city. So we'll be getting rid of the Bernabeu football stadium and replacing it with the MCG because it's more unique to me since I'm a Melburnian. Advanced vehicle options. This is actually good. This was actually recommended by someone, one of my viewers on YouTube. It allows you to control which vehicles are used by some buildings. So for example, I had the problem with the garbage trucks, and I created a couple of custom made garbage trucks by myself where I used the original and just modified the capacity loads and the colors of them. However, I still had the base game trucks coming out, which I didn't want. So this allowed me to turn off those trucks and only use the custom ones that I made. So that's pretty good. Automatic emptying is fantastic. It empties your rubbish tips, your rubbish dumps, and your cemeteries. So it automatically does that. As you may remember at the beginning of the series, I was always constantly monitoring that. But now I don't have to. It's all done automatically for me. And that was also suggested by a YouTuber. That was a viewer on YouTube. So I really want to thank you for that. In-game natural resources, tree brush tool, water tool, etc. This is something that I have. However, I'm not using when getting rid of trees and planting trees because it does the trees all for free, and I don't like that. I like to actually have it as some sort of cost involved with placing trees, and I like to have specific trees being used. So I don't use this much. I know it's a lot quicker to remove trees, and I do that off camera usually. So yeah, that's pretty much all self-explanatory. Network add-ons. An addition of highways and roads. I haven't used this actually yet. I was suggested, this was suggested to me to try out. I haven't tried it out yet. I've installed it. However, I will try and use this in the near future if it's good. Although, as we were talking about Traffic++, I'm trying to use as little mods as possible. If we get to our next city, when we get to our next city, not if, when we start working on our next series, on our next city, I'll perhaps think about using network extensions, unless we obviously also get some extra roads from City Skylines themselves and Colossal Order with the expansion pack, which is supposed to be out in the next couple of weeks. And the last but not least, I actually just downloaded this right now before I go ahead and start recording episode 54. Is the disable clouds, because some people have said that it's a bit cloudy when viewing the city, and I tried the temperate color overlay on the city, and yes, it's good, but it's way too dark for me, and it just looks like it's like really nighttime. Well, nighttime at daytime, so it's sort of like a what do you call it, eclipse, as if you've got a solar eclipse. It's really not for me, and I think it's just a little bit too dark. I used to play what's the game, Cities in Motion, and I found that game to be really dark, and that's what I kind of felt like when I tried out the temperate color theme or whatever it is. And yeah, what I'm going to do is I've actually disabled the clouds now, and hopefully they'll also increase the performance of all my frame rates when recording. And I've removed the clouds, so hopefully you'll be able to see the next couple of episodes a little bit clearer without all the fog and clouds visible. Because I've also changed the setting from to a European themed setting. So yeah, guys, that's the mods that I'm running. Everything else that you see has been turned off. I've actually explained, but yeah, I've got quite a few mods turned on that are running. A lot of these mods hopefully will be implemented by the game itself, so we won't have to use these mods. And look, essentially the less mods that we have to use, the better our game will run. So I'm just hoping that the guys from Colossal Order will perhaps take some of these mods and actually add them in themselves. So yeah, guys, that's it for now. That's just a little mods tour that I'm running for Santarcangelo. Hope you enjoy it. And I'll keep you guys posted in the comments or in the description of each video if I do start using something else. All right. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and start recording episode 54, guys. For now, take care. I'll see you all very, very soon. Bye bye.